Hello Libra, here's a reading for you for January 2017. In your yearly reading for January you had 2 cards, the Chariot and 10 of Pentacles, which may indicate that some obstacles in your family life may be overcome by you, or there's a great progress as far as your system is concerned. And this reading may as well fit into this, because I see it as a kind of a fight between external and internal forces within you. At the very center of your reading you have Diabolos, which is the devil in the traditional decks, number 15 of Major Arcana. Of course, it may mean some kind of restrictions, bad habits, everything that is that's not letting us to expand, that everything what we fear inside of ourselves the most. But also this card always asks you to look at it, what it is, not to avoid it. The answer to getting a real feeling of who I am and what do I contain is not escaping your dark side, but getting close to it and embracing it. And there's no other way to embrace it than to really recognize its existence in you. And when you do it, you gain great life force, and it's in your hands what to do with it. This is taking responsibility for your life. Really embracing this dark side of you is taking full responsibility for your life and acquiring a great élan vital. So use it, don't run from it. Although I feel you may have this external energy asking you to fight it, because we have Knight of Swords here, and as you can see he's fighting with the devil, he's fighting with a dragon, which is the emanation of all what's considered evil. I don't see it as evil. I mean, if we believe that life is dancing of light and darkness, if we believe that there is truth in yin and yang, in the play of energies, then it makes no sense to kill any of them. Instead, we should appreciate the fact that one is not possible without the other, that one cannot exist without the other. But I feel you have this pressure here to attack something inside of you. And I say there's a pressure because it's coming from above. It's not your energy, it's the energy from the outside. As a background energy, you have the cosmos, which is the universe or the world in the traditional decks. And this card really says that the world is yours and you can do whatever you want with it. But first you need to grow up in order to be able to embrace it. And how to grow up repelling and not recognizing the dark side in ourselves, I ask. It's not a coincidence that this is a Saturn card and this one is a card of Capricorn, for which the ruler is Saturn. This is a very important experience in recognizing the world and getting to know the world, the dark side. And if you're asked to fight with it, well, you can say yes, but you can also say no. And I feel there was a conflict on this, because this is in your past energy. The Five of Staffs, which is the energy of conflict, of discussion, of many different points of views, not being in accordance. But I feel it's not a fight here. It's rather, hearing many voices and building a panoramic view out of them. You can learn very much from hearing these voices, I feel. And you've learned, and perhaps you realize that there are also voices asking you to attack this dark side of you, especially as in your weakness position, your weakness, your challenge. You have the patriarch, which is the Hierophant. So I have this feeling of fight between what's saint and what's cursed. The saint and the curse. And what's saint is coming from above, it's outside of you, and what's cursed seems to be inside of you. And some people, some energies want you to repel this, to get rid of this, as it is not, they try to tell you it's not a part of you. But I feel it doesn't have to be your truth. This is their truth. This is institution. This is a holy religion, faith, something coming from above, a wisdom from above, which has some seeds of truth in it, no doubt about it. But still, is it really for you? Don't you need to, to fit it into your life somehow? Does it fit into your life is the question. I feel you have difficulty with accepting this into your life. And I think you're right, because in the position of the answer, what to do with it, how to cope with this challenge, you have the Hermit, which is inner wisdom. The Patriarch is outer wisdom. And Hermit is the wisdom you find in yourself, the light you find in yourself, even if you also find Diabolos. It's natural that you find both of them. You find broken angel, and you find the holy Hermit carrying the light. And he sees the Diabolos, and he's not escaping. Look at this. He's interested in it, and he's casting a light on it, and he's looking it in the eye. What's wrong with this? This is part of you. And the more you recognize it, and the more you embrace it in your own way, in your own wisdom, in your own heart, the more coherent you become. The more integrated a person you tend to be. So that's the answer to these external forces trying to repel what they consider wrong, which doesn't necessarily have to be the truth for you. Because I feel you know better. You know better. You know your heart. Please focus. Hello, camera. Why don't you focus? Oh, there it is. You know your heart, and you know you are responsible for yourself, and nobody is more responsible than you. You're responsible for your life, and you're ready to take it, to take full responsibility over your life, over your emotions, even if you don't show it. I feel there's a quiet rebellion here. It's not a visible conflict. It's something that, there's this stress on you here, but deep inside your heart, you just won't do what they want from you. You know better. You're going to be frank with yourself. You're going to be faithful to yourself, to your own truth, to your own light, to your own heart, because you know your heart better than them. You know what's going on inside of you better than anyone else. You're the master of your emotions. You're the master of your heart here. And that's your strength. So be faithful to yourself. Sorry. Page of Staffs as what should you focus on? Energy. Here in this deck, staffs are connected with air, not with fire. So this would be Page of Swords in a traditional tarot deck. And I feel it's very much on point, because the Page of Swords, in this case Page of Staffs, is the one who follows the truth, no matter what. He's eager to learn, and he's eager to speak the truth, no matter what. Again, he may be harsh in words, but he will communicate the truth, because the truth is the most important. And that's what should you focus on. I feel your truth, no matter what they say, no matter what they feel about it, no matter what they try to tell you about you. You know better who you are. You know better what's good for you. You know better what to do with this diabolos inside of you. You know better that it exists. And you know better it's not there to be killed. It's there to be played with. It's there to be utilized. It's there to be useful. Because this is life force. Remember about it. There's no light without him. There's no light without darkness. Stars are shining the brightest in winter, in the middle of a deep, deep night. As in Lord of the Rings, when Frodo is in Shelob's cave, and he has this light of Galadriel in his hands, and it shines the brightest in the darkest place in the world. And you need both of them, because that's how our life is organized here on this mortal plane. And the last card, which is advice or a view or an outcome for some of you, is Three of Staffs. In the minor arcanas, in the pips, those cards mean more or less the same as in Rider-Waite-Smith. So it's like three of rods or Three of Wands. And in one of my decks, this card is called the Birth of Light, and I love it. Because I feel that's exactly what it is. When you stay true to your heart, and when you find your light within you, and you don't let them kill this darkness inside you, but you embrace it, you have this birth of light. When two create something third, something more, there's synergy into it. There's also great optimism, because you made progress here. You made great work, and now you can expect results. And it goes very well with this Chariot, which is all about overcoming obstacles. I feel these institutions here and this pressure here is the obstacle to you, but you know what to do, you know who you are, you know better. And here's your result coming to you. You expect best things, and you're right. Okay, dear Libra, that was a reading for you. I like it very much. I hope you have a beautiful month showing you a truth about yourself and finding the light and the birth of light here, and knowing your heart very well and understanding that this interplay between darkness and lightness is the core of life. That is a play, a dance of opposites. I think you should understand it, Libra, because you're all about balance between things. Keep it balanced, my dear. Once again, have a beautiful month, and I hope I see you soon in readings for February. Bye-bye.